primetime forecast from Dr. Don's weather page in the Shepherd's Weather Center. Now, here's Dr. Don.
All right, I'm going to tell you like it is. Y'all go and grab you some popcorn and get you a soft drink because this is going to take a minute. Boy, do we have a lot to talk about. Here comes your weather forecast for Tuesday, September 15th, 2020 from Dr. Don's weather page in the Shepherd's Weather Center. As always, we ask that you support us at paypal.me/Dr. Don WX. And one can imagine where we're going to spend most of our time talking weather this afternoon and this evening. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I've been doing this for a little over 40 years. I've never seen anything like this before. It is 2020 after all, so one would expect this, I guess. We're talking, I don't even know where to start. This is a mad scientist board out there in the Atlantic. Let's start with the furthest away, and then we'll get to Sally, which is certainly threatening the southeastern United States at this hour. Let's start with disturbance number 2 coming off the African coast, a 50% chance of development in the next 4 to 5 days. We now have Tropical Storm Teddy. Teddy is at 40 miles per hour. We have Tropical Storm Vicky. That should be 40 miles per hour. We have Tropical Depression Renee, 30 miles per hour. We have Hurricane Paulette, 105 miles per hour. Now, Paulette is getting close enough to the United States to cause some rough surf along the Atlantic coast, but again, Paulette is expected to continue moving off to the north and eventually northeast, so Paulette should not be a major factor. Then we have disturbance number 1 in the extreme western Gulf of Mexico. That has a 20% chance of developing in the next 4 to 5 days. And then finally, the gal of the hour is Hurricane Sally. Sally currently at 90 miles per hour, which is Category 1, and is expected to go to Category 2 before making landfall. Let's look at Sally at this hour. You can see that Sally is some 170, 180 miles south of Mobile, moving off to the west-northwest. And Sally's going to really put on the brakes here in the next 24 to 36 hours and just kind of meander around out there in the Gulf before finally making a surge off to the northwest and eventually to the north and making landfall somewhere between Biloxi, Mississippi and the Alabama state line. And then take a hard turn back to the right and come right across central Alabama and perhaps right across east Alabama and then over into East Georgia by 1 o'clock Friday afternoon. Now, everybody's asking the question, what does this mean for our weather in East Alabama, West Georgia? We're going to get to that as we go through this primetime forecast. Let's take a look at a couple of products, though. I want to show you the spaghetti models because the thing that is significant here is to look at what happens down the road, Thursday into Friday, maybe late Wednesday into Thursday afternoon, where we can expect Sally to go. And as you can see right here, anywhere from northeast Alabama to down below I-85 is where we expect Sally to cross across East Alabama into West Georgia. Now, Sally will be a tropical depression by that time. Sally will not be a hurricane. Sally will not even be a tropical storm. We're talking depression. Typically speaking, depressions will bring you a fair amount of rain, maybe an occasional wind gust up to close to tropical storm force, but probably not. So we're looking at gusty winds of 20 to 30 miles per hour and lots of rainfall, with an outside shot at a strong to marginally severe thunderstorm, and a small spin-up tornado cannot be ruled out. Now, when's that going to happen? I think the height of it will be during the afternoon hours on Thursday, maybe Thursday morning for central Alabama, Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening for East Alabama. More on that coming up in our primetime forecast. So let's take a look at the intensity models. This is how strong The computers think Sally will grow before making landfall. The interesting thing to note here is, up until just in the last couple of hours, most of the models had Sally hanging as a strong Cat 1, a weak Cat 2, but now they have bumped her up. And you see that most all of the models now say at least Category 2. Anywhere from a weak Category 2 to a strong Category 2. And we have at least 2 of the models that are bringing Sally in at a Category 3. So the next 24 hours is going to be critical as to how strong Sally grows before making landfall. Now let's take a look at one other thing here. This is called the Peak Storm Surge Forecast graphic. And this is significant because I want you to look down there at Mobile Bay. We're talking 4 to 7 feet. Well, you folks that are familiar with Dauphin Island, out there around Fort Morgan, you know you can't handle 4 to 7 feet of water. So you got to get out of there. You got to go. You can't stay on Dauphin Island. You can't stay out there at Fort Morgan. Most of Gulf Shores needs to evacuate as well. And folks, I'm not going to get into trying to give you local information because we have folks that watch us all across the northern Gulf of Mexico. And information may be different in different locations. It will be. So here's what I'm going to tell you to do. Pay attention to your local emergency management agency. That's your source of information that you need to be tuned into. If you're under a hurricane warning and they are advising to evacuate, then you need to leave. Don't stay. Especially if you're in a low-lying area, and if you live down there, you know where those areas are. If you're vacationing down there, listen to the locals and do what they tell you to do. If they're asking you to evacuate, evacuate. No, this is not going to be a Katrina. This is not going to be a Category 4 or 5. It's not going to be a catastrophic storm as far as hurricanes go. But we could have massive flooding down there in the Mobile Gulf Shores area, even all the way over to Pensacola. We could have a serious problem with flooding back over to Biloxi, Mississippi, even back over to New Orleans. We could see some flooding issues. Look at the storm surge out there just south of Lake Pontchartrain, 7 to 11 feet of storm surge. That's going to cause some flooding issues in and around New Orleans. 6 to 9 feet. South of Biloxi, 4 to 7 feet. Mobile Bay, 2 to 4 feet over there around Pensacola, and 1 to 3 feet over there close to Panama City, and even 1 to 3 feet all the way back to the Big Bend area there in the northeast Gulf of Mexico. So this is, a lot of places down there are at a foot or below sea level. So 3 feet of water is going to put 2 foot of water over you if you're at 1 foot above sea level. So you can see this is serious as far as flooding is concerned. So don't take a chance. Get out of there. Come on up into Alabama, Mississippi, or Georgia and get away from that storm. I think by the time the weekend gets here, you can go back. I think you'll be fine by then. But get out of there right now. You don't want to play with this storm. We're going to see massive flooding taking place along the northern Gulf of Mexico with Hurricane Sally. More about our local forecast for East Alabama and West Georgia in just a moment. Here is your Storm Prediction Center convective outlook for your Tuesday. We do have a risk of severe weather there across the Alabama Gulf Coast and across a good chunk of northwest Florida. We have a marginal risk of severe storms further inland from about Dothan, Alabama, back over to southwest Alabama, then down across southeastern Mississippi and into eastern Louisiana, and then just general scattered afternoon thunderstorms across the rest of Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, and portions of Tennessee. Here's your national map in motion. That big L right there is Sally. Once Sally comes on shore and starts to make that hard right turn back across central Alabama, she'll become a depression or a strong low pressure system. And we'll just kind of ride across central Alabama through east Alabama back into Georgia by the end of the week. Look at this, would you? This is mean looking. That is Sally riding along the north Gulf of Mexico on your Monday evening. That's a pretty good looking hurricane. We don't see a real good definite eye right this moment, but it's in the process. You see it winding up there toward the last loop or two. And I think before the evening is over with, looking at the infrared satellite, we're going to be able to see that eye just fine. Those cold cloud tops streaming up into South Alabama, maybe even all the way up into the Columbus area. We're going to show you all this on radar coming up in just a few moments. Total rainfall amounts as of 7 a.m. on your Monday morning for the past 24 hours. Nothing much across East Alabama or West Georgia. Most of the rain has been confined to Southeast Alabama and Southern Georgia, and also across Northwest Florida. But oh boy, is that going to change. I want you to look down there around Biloxi, Mississippi, Mobile, Alabama, Gulf Shores, Dauphin Island. We are talking around 15 plus inches of rain over the next 48 hours or so. That's going to cause massive problems. And that's not even considering the storm surge coming in off the Gulf. So you can see this is, I think Sally's going to be remembered for the flooding that's going to take place down there. Remember, we've seen several hurricanes down around Gulf Shores where you top the bridge going down into Gulf Shores and you can't go any further. You see the beach when you top the big bridge coming into Gulf Shores. I'm afraid that's probably what we're looking at with this storm. We're going to see massive amounts of flooding down there. But if you'll follow that up to the north and back off to the northeast, we're talking across East Alabama, anywhere from 3 to 5 inches of rain, plausible, across most of our coverage area. And then even on up into northeast Georgia, 3 to 5 inches, certainly going to be a possibility as well by the time Friday gets here of this week. High temperatures expected on your Tuesday. How about 81 degrees in Woodland, Wedowee, Roanoke, and Wadley? Heck, let's throw Frog Eye in there. Ashland and Lineville going to 81. 81 is going to be the magic number for the most part on your Tuesday. Though we'll see 83 down in Tallahassee. Pine Mountain goes to 85, and LaGrange tops out at 86 degrees. Current conditions valid as of 4:35 on your Monday afternoon. We have a prevailing east wind at about 6 miles per hour. That could gust a bit from time to time over the next couple of days. 85 is your current temperature with a heat index of 88. We have mostly partly cloudy skies. Humidity is 50%, dew point 66. Visibility out to 10 miles. Sunrise on your Tuesday morning, 6:23, and the sun sets at 6:53 p.m. on your Tuesday. All right, here we go. Some Southern Union State Community College live Doppler HD radar. In motion, you can see that we do have some scattered showers and thunder showers in North Metro Atlanta, and that stuff is pushing back into Alabama. So up there in northern Cleburne County, and let's just ride in a little bit closer for you. We have some scattered showers up there in northern Cleburne. We have one scattered shower coming across Randolph County, now over on the western side of the county. Let's bring this current and stop the loop, and you'll see that we do have a thunder shower sitting out there on 48 between Wedowee and Lineville. And that'll continue moving on off to the east. So you folks over there in Lineville and Ashland, you're going to get a shower coming your way. Not severe. These are just tropical afternoon thunder showers. Nothing severe about these at all at the moment. Then once we back out, you can see those bigger storms up there in northwest Georgia, northeast Georgia. And then, let's ride down to the south. There is Sally. You're seeing just the northern part of it because, we don't have radars out in the middle of the ocean. So all you're seeing is from about the center of circulation north. You can't see the backside of it just yet, but as she gets closer to land, that will change. Over the next several hours or so, you'll be able to see more and more of the storm. Just copious amounts of rain now from Port St. Joe all the way up to Panama City, back over to Fort Walton, Destin, Pensacola, Mobile, Dauphin Island. All of these areas just, if it's not raining there right this moment, hang on, it is coming. Now let's talk about where we think all of this is going to go. Give me just 1 second to get the track on here. Here we go. And this is the latest information. You see now we're approaching status 2. We think we'll go to hurricane category 2. And then we're looking at landfall right there along the Mississippi-Alabama border, maybe around Moss Point, Mississippi. That is just to the east of Biloxi, right there along I-10. And then turning back up to the north, just north of Mobile, coming in close to Centinel in the state of Alabama, and then to a point near McIntosh in southwest Alabama, and then turning off to the east, just south of Jackson. You folks up in Roanoke know where that's at. Then we'll end up close to Selma, maybe just south of Whitehall, southeast of Selma. This is the eye of the storm. This is where it's going to track. Coming right across maybe extreme southeast Autauga County, northwest Montgomery County, then through Millbrook, up through Eclectic, through Tallapoosa County, there just south of Dadeville, and then turning across Chambers County now, it looks like, near Lafayette, back across Troup County, LaGrange, up through Griffin, Jackson, Monticello, and then up to around I-20 in Georgia, just south of Crawfordville. Now, folks, understand just a minute shift in the track of this storm, 20 or 30 miles, is certainly going to change this exact track. This time yesterday, it had it coming up across northeast Georgia. Now we're a little bit further south in Alabama, right across east Alabama, then into south central Georgia. Now we're going to fine-tune this for you even more as we go throughout the rest of the evening and tomorrow night. I will go live tonight, being Monday night, depending on when you're watching this. I will go live as soon as we get the 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern update from the National Hurricane Center. So be looking for your Facebook Live notification for a live update on Monday evening, sometime shortly after 10 o'clock Central. All right, so let's look at your Southern Union State Community College Futurecast radar. We start this at midnight on Monday night, and it goes through 1 a.m. Tuesday morning. And you can see Sally making landfall there, maybe touching Louisiana out there first, and then turning back to the north and making landfall a second time right there along the Alabama-Mississippi state line, and then turning up across central Alabama. But as you can see in this loop, not a tremendous amount of rain across east Alabama expected in the next 24 hours or so. I'll show you when we expect that to happen. And here we go. This is your 6-day forecast from the Shepherd's Weather Center on Dr. Don's weather page. And for Tuesday, a 60% chance of scattered showers. It will not be a sod-in all-day rain. 80 degrees will be your high, down to 68 on Tuesday night. 60% chance of rain will continue on Tuesday evening. We do go under a flash flood watch on Tuesday afternoon, and that will continue all the way through at least midday Thursday. That'll probably get extended on out into Thursday evening because the bulk of our rain will be, I think, Wednesday night into Thursday night. Even though we have a 70% chance of rain during the day on Wednesday, the storm itself will not turn back over East Alabama until late in this period, probably Thursday afternoon, Thursday night is when we will get the bulk of our rain. 90% chance Wednesday night, 80% chance on Thursday. Good news right now is that I think it's out of here before we play football Friday night. Yes, there will be a 20% chance of a lingering shower, but for the most part, I think most of what Sally has to offer will be well gone from East Alabama by 7 o'clock on Friday evening. 20% chance of a scattered shower Saturday morning, and then look at there, back to sunshine on Sunday the 20th. Here's your extended forecast, looking good. You know, that's typical right after we deal with a tropical system. We have several days of fine weather, and I don't think this is going to be any exception. On Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, mostly sunny skies, low 80s for daytime highs. We'll take that. And then on Thursday, the 24th, partly cloudy. Friday, the 25th, maybe a return to some scattered showers and thunder showers on the 25th and the 26th. Don't forget to go over to drdonwx.com to check out our website and download the Mixler app and listen to God's Country anywhere in the whole wide world. Also, don't forget to click on that YouTube link at the top of this video that takes you to Dr. Don's weather page on YouTube, where you can subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on that bell icon so that when we do go live for severe weather or tropical weather, you'll get notified so you can watch us just like we're going to do later on Monday evening around 10 Central. We'll be live with the latest on Hurricane Sally. Dr. Don's weather page is supported by Judy Shepherd's Fine Jewelry and Gifts. serving East Alabama for 81 years. Located in downtown Roanoke, 334-863-2812. By Brandon Brown, BR Construction, licensed home builder, 334-744-1507. By Southern Union State Community College, Wadley, Opelika, and Valley. By Kelly W. Phillips for Mayor, City of Roanoke. We're bridging the gap. Runoff election October 6, 2020. By Neil Johnson, Superior Heating and Air Conditioning. Superior service for superior customers. 334-646-0331. By Rick and Becky Rainwater with Remax Lakefront. 256-610-1390. Cody Yarborough, Southeast Soft Wash. Exterior cleaning experts. 334-863-0084. By Joey Knight, Auction 431 South in Phoenix City. 256-252-8932. Mark Mitchell, Bama Diesel Repair. 256-201-3685. Jimmy Stevens of Jimmy Stevens Construction, remodeling and new homes. 256-610-1364. Jamie Dukas, your Alpha Insurance Agent. 256-452-5131. By Joey Knight, Anchor Roofing, free estimates, free inspections. 706-326-2438. And again, don't forget, coming up this evening, Monday evening, around 10 p.m. Central, I'll be back with the absolute latest from the National Hurricane Center as it concerns Hurricane Sally, setting its sights on southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, and then eventually bringing weather back across East Alabama and West Georgia. So be sure and make your plans to join me on Monday evening. Also, don't forget to go over to paypal.me/Dr. Don WX to support our efforts here at Dr. Don's Weather Page.